Welcome to the ISB podcast. I'm your host Sahil here with Rahi, covering all the latest action from the world of football. And we're going to go starting off with Europe this weekend. It was a fun weekend of matches, Rahi, but there's a player that we've been talking about for a while who's finally starting to shine. And, we have been to the beautiful country of Slovenia. Do you remember our time in Bohinj as we bring up Mr. Benjamin Šeško?
Amazing time in Slovenia. We had a great time. Discovered the Slovenian wine, beautiful countryside. I mean, it's a beautiful country. And they are, I think, on the verge of producing a genuine superstar. Yeah. I was a little early. I thought during the Euros he'd shine. He didn't really shine during the Euros. But Benjamin Šeško, maybe the Euros came too early for him.
Yeah, I think we'll never forget the lasting image of the Euros with him was the one-on-one after Pepe gave the ball away, and he had a one-on-one to basically put Slovenia through to the next round, and Costa just saved it.
I mean, that was the chance, right? That's the chance you ask for as a young forward. That's the chance you ask for as a country like Slovenia to pull the big upset. He was too inconsistent. He didn't finish chances.
Yeah. He did not. But since then, it's been a revelation because Benjamin Šeško has scored in every competition that he's in. So he scored in the Nations League for Slovenia. He scored in the German Cup. He scored in the Champions League. And finally, this past weekend, he netted 2 to finish off the quad. He's finally scored for his team in the Bundesliga.
And the thing is, he always scores bangers. That's the thing with him is the goals he scores are spectacular. I mean, the first goal is an insane shot from, it's on the ground. It doesn't look like it has the power it does. It's from pretty far away. It's an incredible goal. And the second one's a gorgeous header as well. That's the thing with him. It's like he doesn't finish the easy chances. He scores the tough ones,
Yeah, it's incredible. You call every single goal is a golazo, and you're looking at this guy. I mean, he's super tall, like an incredible tall player. But his striking ability is unbelievable. And like you said, these shots, some of them are unbelievable. You're like, how are these even feasible for a player to make these goals?
It's nuts. And he had a couple of those in the Euros that just didn't go in.
Yeah.
The challenge for him is start to finish some of the easy stuff, right? Sometimes he's got to score some goals that aren't spectacular because it feels like everything he scores is incredible, but there's something missing in between, which is sometimes I think you need to be a little bit more consistent and finish some of the easier chances. And that's the next step for him. Even now, these were his first Bundesliga goals of the year. And of course, he scores twice. That's what it is with him, right? It's feast or famine.
Yeah. And he was somewhat involved in the last goal as well, the other goal that they scored. It's a very interesting player because at the time when we were talking about him during the Euros, right? And Slovenia now obviously is, they're not they produce a lot of fantastic athletes around the world, right? We obviously know from basketball, and we followed the Slovenian team previously. They had Zahovic. Before there was and
Zahovic has already said that he thinks Šeško will break his record, will be better than he was. Now it remains to be seen, but Zahovic also had that incredible tournament, right? So let's see. I think Šeško is on his way to becoming better than Zahovic, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think he is. Well, first he has to. There's another player on the Slovenian national team right now who's probably considered the best player on the Slovenian national team. That's obviously Jan Oblak. Yes. Different type, obviously, outfield player position. But I think there was so much expected of this youngster, right? Heading into the Euro, and we all expected him to shine, and then it sometimes just takes a little bit of hot form, right? Like right now, or a player who's in form. So, is this what we were waiting for at the Euros? Or is this going to be lightning in a bottle? What do we think?
It is what we were waiting for, but let's see how consistent he can be over the course of the year. Because we know he has lightning, as you said, that he's lightning in a bottle. We know he has those explosive capabilities. And the world is his oyster. He's got the talent. He has the potential. He's physically gifted, technically gifted, super young. He's got that craziness that you need, I think, as a striker. But consistency is the question. And that's the big question. He's only 21. So now's the time, right? And this is a big season for him. It's early. But yeah, signs are good. Signs are good.
Yeah. And he's obviously going to be with the national team as well, like competing as well for them to try to make a mark. But he is a handful to deal with for any defenders, right? You saw some of those goals that was scored over the weekend. There's just nothing the defenders can do about that.
No, it's incredible. I mean, to hit the shot the way he did from where he hit it, there's no expectation that he's going to shoot from there, but he is the type to do it. And then, of course, his height gives him the advantage in the air, where it's a beautiful cross that comes in and he hits it very calmly. It's a gorgeous header. So when you have a player his size and you have to deal with not only his aerial ability, but the fact that he can dribble, the fact that he can make long runs and then shoot from far, all those things in combination make him an extremely scary player to play against. I mean, he's sort of in this new form of Erling Haaland type strikers.
Yeah.
Except he's technical, right? He's pretty technical with the ball.
100%. And the thing is, I think he's done a smart move, I think, for the time being, you know, obviously getting playing time at Leipzig and all that. And I think this is a good launching pad now with this form, if this form continues, right?
Yeah, and he's going to have games, right? He's got the Champions League, he's got the Cup, he's got the Bundesliga, he'll play for Slovenia in the Nations League. He scored in all of those. So he's going to have chances to score. The thing is going to be, are we talking the same way we're talking about him now in 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Does the story continue?
Yeah, 100%. So for all you fans out there, if you've not heard of Benjamin Šeško, this is a player to watch. Keep an eye on it for the Slovenian Benjamin Šeško.